because we play to play. Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, Buck O'Neil.
Hey everybody, this is Boot Shabby. Welcome to the show.
Wow. Okay. Well, we get the 30th pick, so I guess I don't know. We get the first pick in the second round. I guess there's that, to look forward to. We just don't get any of the best to start. We get the worst of the best, and then the best of the, Still a lot of good options. I just want to see something. I want to see if he is available. So we could do a kind of a neat thing. I didn't pay. Yeah. We could get Yuri Perez, 19. He's already an 80 overall, A potential. Like, this dude's probably going to end up being like a 99 overall by the time he's like, probably 24, I would say. I feel like it's like a good investment early on. The question is, do you want to invest like that? We got the first pick, so like I feel like for the first pick we should kind of spend, you know what I mean? Like, if we want to get a really good player, we should get him now. Like, there's Pete Alonso, big power bat. We got Matt Olson. Because at the end of the day, we got to enjoy the team that we're going to be putting out on the field. That's kind of like something that's important to me, at least, is that the guys that I'm going to use, I don't really necessarily even care if I play that great with them. I just want to be able to have players that I'm going to enjoy to use, if that makes sense. And honestly, like, for the first overall picks, like, there doesn't... Oh, wow, he's a B. That's insane that they made him a B, in my opinion. But I don't really know where we kind of want to go on this. I mean, there's a lot of options that we could do. A lot of fun ones. I don't know if I want to be locked into like a ridiculous contract, Like, do we want to do that? I don't know. I don't know that we do. I feel like a Pete Alonso contract's friendly. I feel like Vlad Guerrero Jr. also very friendly. I mean, when you look at who all went, Tatis is gone. Adolis, wow, I can't believe Adolis went second. Acuna, Trout, Ohtani, Judge is in Colorado, Bobby Witt. I mean, like, these are all great young names. Even like Michael Harris, Kyle Tucker, obviously, is another one. Juan Soto. Like, these are all really young, good, talented guys. DeGrom does go. People like Julio Rodriguez went. All like just super athletes. So the question is, wow, even Ellie De La Cruz went. It was an 83, lowest overall in that draft. I mean, when I look at guys that are going to make like such a difference, I am looking at a guy like Pete Alonso, just with that massive amount of power. He is only 28. We could at least have him in an arbitration year for a year and see what that's like. Like, that's a nice, like, this is like 2 years guaranteed to Pete Alonso. That's a contract I don't know that we want to get into. Pete's is a little more negotiable. But you also have to think, like, we could go Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who also very young, you know, only really 4-ish years in that career. Is that something that we want to take to PNC Park? Because this is a guy, I mean, like, 2 years arbitration with that big contract, but he's a lot younger. Probably will end up being a lot better than Pete in the long run. Defensively, he's already there too. The only other guys that I'd maybe be thinking about, Ozzy Albies, I think could be a total pick. Like, I know you guys might think I'm crazy, but I love Ozzy Albies. His contract is super Pittsburgh Pirate friendly. It does get a little bit higher as it goes up, you know, but that's okay. I don't think that's too much of a problem. That's like really just like a nice overall layout of a contract. I think Albies is getting a nice deal there. He's 26, so like that fits a nice little team age range that you might want to go with. I think like all these other guys, like, just too expensive of a contract for our team to really pull this off. Just kind of looking at all the others, like we could go Noah Cruz, we could go Gunnar Henderson, which their stats are scary resemblant of each other, pretty much. A little bit. There's Jazz in Pittsburgh, be interesting. I mean, we could have both. That's the beauty of this draft. That's why I'm kind of taking the time to think about it, because really I'm going to be picking 2 people. But I already kind of know who the one is going to be. I think we're just going to rock with this. You guys can say what you want about this. I think I am going to take Ozzy Albies as the first round pick. I know there's probably some better guys out there, but he's kind of the guy that I want to use the most. I think he's fun. He's durable. Really nice bat. And overall, I think he's going to do us well. So we're going to take Ozzy Albies. And then pick number 1 of this one. I don't know if you guys kind of seen it. I hinted to see if he was here. Our team, our pitching at least, is going to be, at least I'm going to try to make it very young. We're going to start with Yuri Perez. Oh my God. I found him, and then they like took him right away because they pressed square instead. Where is it? Right here. Beautiful. 19 years old. Going to be on the team. Why not? Let's see who we got now. They want us to get a closer. They want us to. I mean, I'm looking at them. I think, like, really, no matter where you're at, you're going to end up spending a price on a reliever. Right? Looking at the ones that went, I already kind of know. Yeah, like Edwin Diaz, he went first round. That's insane to me, but hey. Andres Munoz was the second to go, followed by Emmanuel Clace, Evan Phillips, Camilo Doval, Felix Bautista in that group as well. Diaz, Duran, Bednar. We probably should get a closer. Question is, which one of these guys? I think it's going to be Devin Williams, if I'm being honest. Ryan Helsley, I did not realize his contract was as cheap as it is. I do think I'm more of a Devin Williams fan than I am of any of these other guys. Also, the fact that Josh Hader is 14.1, sitting at 83 overall, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, we're going to take Devin Williams. That ain't bad. All right. Yeah, let's go to another pitcher here. This is the beauty of this. I actually don't mind the 30th round pick. I thought I was going to kind of hate this, but I'm kind of enjoying it. Want to see if he's still here. He is an 80 overall. I don't know if he got drafted yet. He didn't. This wasn't Hunter Brown was not the guy I was looking at, but that's okay. I'm just seeing where we're at with some of these other guys that I'm looking at. Okay, I see a couple guys that we're still eyeing up, at least in these like bottom prospect guys that I'm hoping are going to be studs, because I think that's where we're going to fill our rotation up. I'm going to try to fill this team up young, early. The next pick, though, if we are going to go with the starter, there's a lot of these guys, like a lot of these older guys that, you know, expensive contract, but they are worth it. Their team paid them that because they are worth it. So we will see. Also, if you guys hear some like birds in the background, I do have some birds, so if you do hear them chirp or whatever in the background, that's kind of what that is. Because they're just kind of hanging out right now. Like, is it Justin Steele? Is he a guy that we want to go to? I think Justin Steele could be a guy. There's Keller. We could roll with Keller again. I kind of want to make it different, though. Like, as much as it is a Pirates franchise, it is about, like, some of the other guys that we're going to be bringing in, you know? We want some of these other dudes to rock it out. So, with that being said, I do think we are going to go with Justin Steele, because not only is he 27, you know, got some years on him, he's got a renewable contract, and then into arbitration. Like, I think that kind of works for us. He's a nice lefty. He's not going to be a big strikeout guy, and that's okay. We're going to go Justin Steele. I think that's a good pick. A lot of good pitchers that we wanted, I think, just left the building. So, I want to see where they want us to go. I think I might go. Now, this is a good one, because if we are to lock up someone in the outfield, I think it does kind of have to be now that I'm looking at the entirety of who is left. No, and there is a guy like Masataka Yoshida that could be really fun. As a Pirate, would be kind of neat. It would technically be his rookie year. He's already got the big contract, which I believe he could be easily worth it. I think he's a good player. You know, at the same sense, there's people like Leotis Taveras, who's got maybe something to prove. Switch hitter, really good defender. Kevin Kiermaier, kind of same good thing with that contact, good defender. Harrison Bader is in that same-ish echelon. Like, where does he stand? Still like a B potential player. A lot of these guys are going to be B potential guys. There's a Dylan Carlson option, which could be super interesting for me, in my opinion. Joey Weimer, Brandon Marsh, Sturdy Ruiz, which was genuinely intriguing to me. Lot of potential here, if I'm being honest. But the only one, like I said, this is a Pirates franchise, but at the same time, it's supposed to be a fantasy franchise. That's why I'm making this first video, this first like part of this live, and we're kind of doing it live because it's going to be a lot easier, I think, for me to just kind of talk about why we're going to be doing things in this franchise and explaining it that way. Because I don't want people to be like, well, why'd you take Masataka Yoshida over, let's say, who's probably, like, honestly a better pick here? Probably, like, Tavares is probably a better pick at 24.82 with a shorter contract, good, like, team control. Like, there's all that, you know? Like, I can sit here and tell you why. I could probably sell you almost any one of these guys and say why I'm going to take this guy over this guy or whatever. But at the end of the day, I want to have fun. And Masataka Yoshida is a fun player. He can run, he can field, he does have a bit of pop, great vision player. No quirks, but that's okay. The 18 mil, is that going to suck a little bit? Yeah, but we're still high in the draft. I think it's worth doing that. Because when you look at the team here, I mean, we haven't spent a whole lot of money. Outside of that 18, Ozzy Albies 3.7 is really the highest contract we've had. Going back, we are going to nab another starting pitcher. One that jumps out, I don't know if he's going to be here yet if we don't take him now. But Sonny Gray does really speak volume. If you guys are paying attention to kind of the playoffs and everything right now, Twins, man, Sonny Gray spun a gem today. At least as far as when this is being live streamed and everything. If you guys are watching this back at a previous date, maybe the Twins went on, maybe they did not. But he pitched a great game, and they're going to advance to a little bit further into postseason. So let's see. Watch that game. It was an awesome one, though. So Sonny Gray, definitely a guy that I'm kind of thinking about. Again, talking about spending money, this is a veteran arm. We got young pitchers. I'm willing to spend some money on a veteran arm on a 1-year contract and kind of have like a solidified guy in the rotation and take some chances on some of these younger guys. But the question is, are these younger guys going to be here still? I don't think Sonny Gray is going to go yet, personally. I think if I was somebody, I'd be taking like a guy like Hunter Brown, which I think we might be taking Hunter Brown. I kind of have a layout of this team. I want to see if we can do this. I'm going to try to ignore everything else. We're going to get Hunter Brown. Okay. Never mind. We just lost one of the guys that we wanted. I was going to take Edward Cabrera. He now has went. So I think you guys know where right field's going. I don't see a world where we don't take Andrew McCutchen. It's going to kick me if I don't. Is round 7 too early to take Andrew McCutchen? Probably. Now, this one's interesting. And I don't think round 7's... Actually, this is very interesting. We just stumbled upon some guys here. I think I'm going to draft Eloy Jimenez. That's like... I like that pick. That's like a straight, like, here's our DH, you know? And Jared Kelenic could easily be a right fielder. I'm going to take Eloy. Let's see if Kellen... Well, yeah, never mind. We have them. They are ours. These guys belong to us. Awesome. Let's just do it that way. I think that works out really nice. Let's watch everybody go. This is the only bad part is, like, I feel like I watch a lot of people just leave right there in that part. We're talking about drafting a shortstop now. How crazy would I be if I said I kind of want to use Javier Baez? How crazy would that be? Like, I can already see, like, if you guys aren't watching this on a live stream right now, I can already tell, like, people are just like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. But, like, I kind of want to use El Mago. Like, I just kind of do. Like, looking at the pool of guys, like Xander, like, that's insane, you know? I'm not using Isaiah Kiner Falefa. I just don't really feel like it, as much as the versatility is nice and appreciated. Not really my shortstop. Could do Orlando Arcia. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using Orlando Arcia as the shortstop, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be probably him, Arcia. Although, Gavin Lux has entered the chat. 25-year-old, like, I feel like injuries and, like, you kind of just don't hear about him. He could easily be the guy. What if we did, like, Gavin Lux and then maybe next round, if Arcia's still there? Or, actually, watch this, because this is such a good layout with being pick number 30. We'll take both. We'll take Lux. And now we will take Arcia. All right, now I am hoping. Oh, there goes Kutch. Well, I have to take him before he goes. I'm taking Sonny Gray. We lose Kutch. So that's okay. I'm not like. It is what it is. It's gonna make the franchise probably a little more fresh to not use him this time. To be honest, who is Brenton Doyle? My birds are. You know what? Hold on. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to open my window because it was getting pretty toasty in here. I ain't gonna lie. And my birds were starting to chirp. I think they were chirping because it was getting a little warm in here and they were getting a little upset about it. But we are here. We are ready. And we're gonna decide who our center fielder is gonna be. Part of me wants to say Kevin Kiermaier because having a guy like Kevin Kiermaier is super nice. It's only for 1 year. He can hit. He's going to field for you. I don't see these stats really declining too much to the point where he's not going to be worth it. But let's look at options. You know, like there is Kevin Kiermaier. We know that. There's another option, a little bit of a cheaper option, and Michael Taylor, which is kind of like a little bit of a more powerhouse option with the same, I don't want to say the same fielding, but in the same realm of fielding. Like they're around each other a little bit, at least in the game. Jake Myers, young, more of just a defender though. I don't really think that's what I want. I want someone that can at least do something with the bat. A guy like Trent Grisham would maybe be an option. He mashes lefties as a lefty. The fielding's there. The arm is a little bit down. This is the only downfall with him. You got guys like Nick Senzel, a lefty masher, pretty decent speed. Alec Thomas, another guy, very good speed. All in all, though, like from what I'm looking at, I think my options are narrowed down to Kiermaier, Taylor, and Grisham, at least for now. I don't think Trent Grisham is a starting center fielder for us. I will say that. Which leads us to then Michael Taylor, who, again, a little bit of a cheaper option. The fielding's there. The power is kind of there, also at 32. But I think we're just going to spend the money and take Kevin Kiermaier for this round. I know that sounds crazy. Like I was trying to dance around it a lot. I really wasn't. But, yeah, I think that's where we need to be with him. Because also, when you look at our team, like we have a left, right, center guy now. Like Eloy's going to be in the team. Like they want me to take a right fielder. I don't really need to be taking a right fielder right now. I'm going to go out of my way, make the decision. I think we need to get a catcher, okay? There's not a lot of catchers left. One of the catchers that jumps out at me right away is Mitch Garver. Garver's got pop. He's got a great bat. The fielding isn't there. I don't need him to be the best fielding catcher. I just kind of need a good bat that's going to be in the lineup for this position. And Garver is definitely he's definitely a top 10 catcher as far as power goes and overall just batting. So we're going to take Garvey. And looking at it, they really want me to take a right fielder, man. I just don't see that happening. This is another one. Kind of tempting. kind of tempting. I want the young talent. I want the guys that I think are going to be fun to use. Is Bregman too ridiculous of a contract? I denied the El Mago. I don't know if I can deny Alex Bregman. I feel like he could be a guy. The clutch factor that he has. I think we can afford this. I really do. Doing just some fast math. 3, we'll just say 4. 7. We'll say 8. So we're at like 26. 36. We'll say 39. 48. 49, 50, 54, 55. We'll just say 61. I'm just doing some bad math here. Like 62 million. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. We do have a good bit of the positions filled. I'm doing it. That can be the one everyone yells at me for later. Yeah, I think for here, we're definitely going to do Jason Adam, I think. Or the human. Nah, we want Jimmy Herget. Yeah. Take Jimmy Herget. Where are we at here? A right. I'm just getting a right fielder. My goodness. Ramon Laureano. Nah, we'll just take Jason Hayward. That's like a nice, cheap, easy. Yeah. Like, there you go, buddy. We'll like trade him back to Atlanta or something. That was literally just to get them to like get off my back about it. I want the recommend to like get it out of there. Like right here, we're at first. It might be Jared Walsh. I'm gonna look at some other options. Yeah, man, the other options are looking rough. I can't believe it. It's 31 mil for his fine. He cashed out, man. Mickey did good. Joey Meneses. I mean, that would be an interesting one as well. That's a guy that can hit. He's 30. We can always... I'm going with Joey. I got a good feeling about this. Okay? All right, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Colby Allard, maybe? I would like to find a guy that has some potential, but I don't think there's going to be many options here as far as guys that are going to be that. Frankie Montas is interesting. I'm taking Colby Allard. I don't know. Not really too many options, I think, for starting pitchers right there. Second baseman. Kind of see Dylan Moore here. I think Dylan Moore could be super utility, super fun guy. I think we're going to take him. I'm not going to question it. I think Dylan Moore was the right choice. Maybe Steven Okert. Gregory Soto would be nice. I'm going to take Soto. Dylan Lee might not be a bad option just to get some stronger arms in there. I'm looking at Jimmy Nelson. For $700K, I think you can't pass on Jimmy Nelson. They want another relief pitcher. We're just going to gobble them up while we can. Anthony Bender seems like a good option. Going to have a kind of lackluster bullpen, I think. But we'll have a good closer, so if we can get to that point, we should have the 9th locked down. Catching. Just want to look at our options here. Don't look like there's many options here. So I think it's going to be Carson Kelly. It's definitely not him. It could be Eric Haas. Perez, $5 million for him. I don't know. Let's do Carson. All right, let's see. What do we have? Kirby Yates? No. I think Ronaldo Lopez might be a guy. We're going to take him. His contract really wasn't that expensive. We're 24. I think we're probably going to stop at around 40-ish. Just so we can kind of at least say that we did the 40-man. And then we'll get into quick simming the first year, and we'll play from there. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Maybe we'll play the first year. We might as well play the first year, right? I don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll have to decide when we get there. Buck Farmer with a nasty breaking ball, it looks like. Matt Barnes, yeah, but 9.4 million is nuts. Is it Pierce Johnson? No, it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not. Suter? No. Trying to just find anybody that's gonna be affordable. I guess we'll take the 37-year-old. Why not? Starting pitching option to follow up Colby Allard. This, ooh, maybe Cutter Crawford. That might be, that is definitely our guy. Or Graham Ashcraft. Let's take Graham Ashcraft. That's a good pick. Interesting that Michael Taylor's still here. This is where we got to kind of think. We got left Yoshida, right Kellenic, center Kiermaier, DH Jimenez. Michael Taylor probably would be a guy that we should probably carry on the team. Not Chris Taylor. That's $15 million for that. That's insane. Michael Taylor looking like the guy that we are wanting. Let's take him. And they want me to take another center fielder. I don't really know where you want me to go with this, but we'll take Parker Meadows. 30 or 23-year-old, 68 overall. Why not? Currently at 29, so we're getting there. John Birdie. Let's get somebody that's maybe like a Greg Jones. Let's get a Greg Jones. Another starting pitcher. Had trouble figuring out last time who we wanted to get. Let's see if there's anybody in the... Like a Brennan McKay. This guy can also play first base. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's do that. That might be fun. Yeah, we'll see what we're all going to do in this live stream, but I think for the most part, we're just going to kind of like do the draft, go over to teams, do a little bit of edits on the players, make sure all the numbers are how we want them. Maybe make like just some minor trades. Like I still might get McCutcheon. I'm not sure about that. I got to see where it all goes. Nick Allen? Yeah, why not? Get some of these guys going on the team. We got Greg Jones, Nick Allen. We got a bunch of nice young guys here. Let's try to get a real young one. Yeah, that's real young. Oh, Paulino. He's only 20. He's a D potential, but he's 20 years old. He might break out. Get into like a CB potential. That'd be kind of nice. Depends on how hard he works. They should have a thing where it's like recommends the player, like not just the position, but the player. Because like they're just going to recommend you the top player. They're not going to put you and be like, Jose Caballero. Which probably actually who we're going to draft, if I'm being honest. It's totally who we're going to draft. Ooh, G1 Bay. Yep. All right, we're at 34, man. We're getting, I think we've only drafted like one first baseman. That's kind of not good. I don't even know how many other guys that we can have play first. Who is our first baseman? Joey Meneses. That is right. I think I'm going to go with a first baseman here. Let's go Cody Clemens. Derek Hall. Derek Hall's got a bat. Derek Hall's kind of got a bat. Cody Clemens is 26. A little bit of versatility. I'll take him. They want another shortstop. They're nuts. All right, I'll take one more. We'll take one more shortstop. Yeah, Luis Vasquez. Why not? I don't know why they want us to keep taking shortstops. This is the most pirate thing ever. Take all the shortstops. Don't let anybody else have a shortstop. They're all yours. Josh Fleming looking like a guy. Tommy Henry looking like a guy. Randy Vasquez looking like a guy. Let's take Randy. Catcher. Connor Wong. Yeah. Let's take Connor Wong. I'm all right with that. And I think that's where we're at. Let's do the rest, see who we all get. Let's go into our manual. We're going to start it with spring, but that's where we're going to kind of leave it. I'm not going to go too much more crazy with it. So, not horrible. Really not horrible. Pretty standard. Power's down a little bit, speed's down a little bit. Contact's up, pitching's up, defense is up. Not bad. 10th ranked team. We're just going to take a rough look at the depth chart just to see where they're putting us. Yeah, see, this is not what the team's going to look like. I can already tell you that. They're close. They're real close, honestly. They're real close, which is a good thing. The only thing that I think we'd change here is, like, Jason Hayward is probably not going to be the starting right fielder. Yeah, and Gavin Lux probably is going to be the backup shortstop. Like, it's a good team. I think you got a good team here. Like, Gavin Lux, again, we're not paying him a whole lot. He hasn't really proved too much at the major league level. So, being in Pittsburgh for this year, being a little bit of a backup, he can play left, center, right. He can do a lot of that. So, real quick, one thing that we are going to change. I don't know if you guys, I was already mentioning it before, Jared Kelenic. Was the guy I was going to nominate him. He's going to be a right fielder for us in this game. So that way, whenever we're looking at the depth chart now, maybe it'll kind of speak a little more volume if we put Kelenic where I want him at. So just like slap him right in right field. That's insane that that's actually what they were going to do with that first off. But all right, right here, like Kiermaier left, and then right is Kelenic. So they already knew. Okay. Again, we're not. I'm just trying to get the depth chart set. I want the depth chart set. It's kind of looking to me also like Michael A. Taylor was kind of an overdraft. Looking at it, or maybe. We kind of did mention that we might just trade away Jason Hayward to the Atlanta Braves to give him that like final send-off here. How cool would it be if the Braves had Kutch? I don't remember who took Kutch, but it'd certainly be cool if it was the Braves. It was not. I think what we're going to do, we honestly might just do like a swap for swap. This really isn't actually that bad. You guys can say what you want, like, oh, keep Jason Hayward, keep him. But I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna keep Hayward over to, I think we're gonna send him to Atlanta. This gets him right off mine. Okay, we get Tyler Naquin, will be a nice player to have. We're gonna be paying him $4 million. Kinda on doing that. But unless they want to do something like, we could mix some things around here maybe. Like this guy looks like he might be a guy that we might want to mess with. You got Luis Matos, Robert Hassel III. Yeah, so we're not going to get any of them. That's okay. The Naquin trade, I think this is like just an eye for an eye, pretty good. Logan Allen wouldn't be a bad guy to maybe try to get. This might actually be enticing. Like I could give them maybe like Humberto. I'd even be willing to give him more, like someone more. They do that. They do Carson, but that's kind of screw us. Dylan Moore, they do. I can't believe I just realized this. We got Josh Harrison, dude. That's so cool. He'll be good if people get injured. Mark Canna's like, we're just not going to have Mark Canna. I'm sorry. All right, let's just make things simple here. Let's go back to trades. We're going to the Braves. Naquin for Hayward. Okay, we're going to just throw that trade on there. Boom, bada bing. Tyler Naquin on the team. Naquin also does not have any minor league options. So, if we have to send him down, we can. Not bad. Not going to be the starting Not going to be in the outfield. He's going to probably be a AAA guy. More than likely. Mark Canha is definitely a guy that we're moving, though. 14 mil, we're not doing that. We're sending that shit to Oakland, dude. If the Athletics can pay for it, I'm telling you they are. I think they are. Let's try to take somebody. Like, I'll take a contract off of them, but not like Mark Canha, bro. That's just bad. Like, I'd be willing to get like Enrique Hernandez off them. Like, hear me out. I know you guys aren't going to think they're going to do this. That's fine. I understand it. Probably wouldn't do it either. But at this point, I'm willing to give them some more. Give them Polino. First off, yeah, it's just for 1 year. Maybe like a Bradley Zimmer. Yeah. Yep. And then maybe just try to get a David Bodie in there, and we'll give him just the Josh Harrison. Yeah! I like that. I like that a lot. Do I need him, though? We don't need him, though. All right. I got to be smarter. Mark Canha, let's get some type of, like... Honestly, Dylan Coleman kind of piques my interest. Really? Is there like a ridiculous contract in this team? My brain just like melted right now for how possible we could make this happen. I like so want to make this happen. Also, the fact that he kind of went to Boston is weird. We're close in money, like the way we got it laid out here. Is that like too much? I don't think we can get rid of Naquin. Like, we can't get rid of everybody. Instead of Taylor, what if we get rid of, throw Naquin in here? Oh, they'll do Carson, but they won't do Connor. Wonder if there's a pitcher we can throw in here. Am I willing to get rid of that? You know, that's the question. I don't know that I'm actually willing to get rid of Brendan McKay. I think I'm willing to get rid of Randy. I wish they would take him or him, but they're not going to do that. Randy they'll take. I think we do this. We give them Randy Vasquez, which I'm not the biggest like advocate of getting rid of Randy. Okay, I think Randy could be valuable for the team. Tyler Naquin, as much as I liked having him in the short time that we had him, I don't really want to get rid of Michael Taylor because the fielding's there where Naquin only has like really the arm and the one side, where Taylor's a little more balanced across the board. Okay, and we do get Marte, and I'm aware that we are gonna get Marte. He's going to be a part of this team, like, for sure. I'm so excited to kind of do something like this and bring Marte back. I wanted to get Kutch back, but I am definitely going to settle with a starting Marte. Is he going to be the starting player he was? Hell no. But 3 years, I think we can hold this, and it might be a bad trade, but we're getting rid of a lot of stuff that we don't need, a lot of contracts that are unneeded for a guy that can at least help the team now. So we are going to do that. I think that trade's pretty nice. And on top of it, for what it's worth, we get Jordan Hicks. And I think Jordan Hicks can help this bullpen at least flourish in some point. He's not going to be the top guy, but, you know, maybe once we trade away Matt Bush, do something like that, Jordan Hicks can start getting a little more reps here. $1.8 million, it's a cheap contract, something that we can afford. Tyler Duffy, same thing. Like, we got a lot of guys that we can afford these contracts and bring them into hopefully a team that's going to win some stuff. Because I really didn't want to get rid of Carson Kelly. I'm not sold on getting rid of Carson Kelly yet. Our catching is definitely going to be a weak point in our defense. We're going to have to play our asses off and really play against the steal. Like, I don't want people to be stealing this year. Joey Meneses, good bat. Like, the bats are there. I think we're going to have a team that's going to hit well. We got the depth, too. There's Josh Harrison, Jose Caballero, there's Drew Jackson here, Ji-Won Bae, who's in AA. I'm going to give him some more opportunities in AA, AAA, that type of level this year to let him develop because I want to keep him in the organization. We got Alex Bregman, who I'm excited to hopefully have a good season with. Orlando Arcia and Gavin Lux, this is kind of like the logjam of it all, is where's everybody going to play? So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, because the outfield, yeah, it is definitely where's everyone playing. Like Eloy DH, but Yoshida, Kiermaier, Kelenic, backup of starting Marte right now. We're gonna let Michael A. Taylor. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think he should be. But I think he's gonna have to start the year in AAA. I don't want it to happen. It's kind of the same thing with Kevin PR. Like that, these guys are just better right now. Like, we have a good outfield, which just doing this couple trades apparently like made our stuff way different. So whatever. But I think that's it. I'm gonna just look at salaries. I want to make sure Marte is the highest paid player, which is kind of funny. I just want to see where we're at. It is kind of gross that he's going to be in the minors, but hey, we got a lot of this. That's what we have a lot of. All these guys, all these contracts. And I'm happy with that. So, we're not doing spring training, but we are going to get into contract extensions. This is something that we're going to talk about because we got a lot of guys that we can extend. Maybe we should wait. Maybe we shouldn't, because, like, let's be honest. Like, Justin Steele, like, we're not just going to throw away Justin Steele, right? So, like, if he's willing to take the 1 year for $740, let's do it, right? Like, let's do that. See, he wants a longer contract. I'm not going to fight him over it. Hunter Brown, like, if we can secure him for those, I think we should. He does. Great. Love that. Relief pitchers. I usually tend to kind of stay away from these guys until the end of the season, see where we're at. I'm going to kind of do the same thing with Devin Williams because arbitration, we can probably score on him. Mitch Garver, just kind of curious to see how much it's going to be. Maybe about 6. Could be. And then for him, like, I kind of expected it to be about there. Joey Meneses, we're not going to renew him. 30 years old. I'm not sure where he's going to be, how well he's going to play. We're going to see. Gavin Lux. I think we are kind of at the point where it's like, well, let's see how these guys play it out and go. At least we're able to get Kelenic to sign and get our other boy to sign. So, Hunter Brown. I might call him Hunter Green a lot. I think one thing I do want to do here is just make sure like everybody's gloves aren't like crazy colored away from the team, because that stuff, it will drive me crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure he has red in his glove, which is fine, but imagine right here if it just went like that, and like all of a sudden Yoshida's a Pittsburgh Pirate like that. Like Perez, that's a very Miami glove. Make the light blue, yellow. And then all of a sudden, that's a Pittsburgh Pirate glove. Colby Allard, we'll just make those laces yellow. Little things like this is what we're going to be doing right now. I'm not doing anything too crazy. Just setting up the team, getting them ready to be a part of this. Herget, like I see he has the pure red. No, those aren't red. Those are red brown, which we will leave alone. Teal's going yellow. Orange can go. I guess orange can go yellow too. Okay. Yeah, like I feel like that's what he would rock. We can always change things up. His glove kind of looks cool with a little bit of red. Let's do that. I think Devin Williams has a normal glove. Like, I don't think there's anything crazy. Yeah, okay. Garver and Kelly, pretty sure they're pretty qualified gloves. Yup. Manessis, yeah. Albies, yeah. Dylan Moore, gotta make them yellow, bud. Gotta have team colors. It's a different team for you. That glove looks nice. I like that glove. Braggy. I think we're all good. I think everybody passes now. Oh, Eloy. I'm just gonna make these yellow. Leave everything else the same. Dude just got it relaced, you know? That's all he did. Kiermaier, qualified. Did we do Kalanick? We did Kalanick, right? No, see? That's why you gotta check. And then Marte. Marte, light blue. Should probably go yellow. Right? And then the red can go black. Palm color. What if you made the palm color black? I'm just trying to... Let's do that for Martes. Okay. Are we at 26? We're at 27. So let's just see what happens. Sim to the start. Okay. Depth chart. Where are we at? Who made it? Who didn't? Steele, Gray, Perez, Brown, Allard. Okay, I like it. Williams, Bender, Herget, Hicks, Lopez, Soto, Nelson. And then Matt Bush is the long relief. They leave out... Who got left out? Duffy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this because, honestly, like, we know our minor leagues, at least right now, are not going to be good. What are we missing here? A left fielder. Why don't... Yourself. Why? I hate that there's never, like... I don't know how to explain it, but they always make it where the minor leaguers right there, like, why were they... That was dumb, right? So let's see. First thing I want to do before we get into the games, we're going to do active replay. We're going to do that's Rawlings. We're going to do per save, 30,000 per stolen base. Per game will make 25,000. So not bad. Viewing our budget, we're looking decent. 131. Yeah, talking about who we may or may not trade. I'm looking. I don't really think any of these guys. Daniel Minigan, maybe Humberto, if we can get some value out of that. Relief pitchers, Matt Bush is out of here. Tyler Duffy, Wick, Garcia, Stashik, just to name a couple that I'm willing to get rid of. All the other guys are kind of up for debate. Connor Wong, probably, maybe Carson Kelly, one of these guys, but the price has to be right for them. To be honest, I'm a little stingy on my catchers. Meneses, if someone wants to make a decent trade, willing to get rid of Harrison, would be willing to get rid of Caballero. Even Drew Jackson for sure. Dylan Moore, I'd like to kind of see where he plays this year before I just say we're willing to get rid of him. I think everyone else, like, would be willing to take talks into Arcia, but it'd have to be a damn good trade because I feel like he's going to be a damn good player for us. That's how it normally goes with those D potential guys that you don't think are going to be good and you want to be real good, like these B potential guys. The B potential guys are always the ones that struggle. So Taylor obviously is going to pretty much be a major like trade piece as well. So, and I think I'd like to build off of that and then maybe even build a who is our first base? Yeah. All right, we've done that. We're not doing any of the trades. We dabbled in the trades before the season started. Last thing to do is kind of go over the team that we are going to be facing. Talk about how good they could be. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the better pitching staffs that you are going to see in a team. Holy shit. That's a little bit scary. And they have Shane Baz, too. So, like, Reds got good pitching. The bullpen is not good. So we definitely try to get them to their bullpen. They have 4 catchers on their current MLB roster in Yan Gomes, Blake Sabal, Riley Adams, and Luis Torrens, 2 of which can only catch. Interesting. Vlad Eduardo Julian. Okay. Cutter Coffee. 18 years old, going to be the major league third baseman. Jackson Holiday is going to be the shortstop. Holy shit. Brent Rooker. Oh my god, dude. They sold their souls on their pitching. I think we should be able to beat them. I don't think they're better than us. I really don't. Well, Okay. To be honest, though, I think that is a good spot to kind of start. That's about where I wanted to be. We can check out and kind of see like some of these teams and everything. We'll get into that in the near future because it kind of looks like we have a juiced up NL Central. If I'm being honest, wow, that's a team. Also, that is a team. That team's gonna hit a lot of home runs. I don't think that should be allowed. He just hit 62 home runs against New York, in New York, and they're like, you know what? Put him at Coors Field. They're like, what? Yeah, you heard. Put him at Coors Field for the whole year. Wow. Dodgers said, nah, we want Mook. I thought that was okay. I about lost my mind. He says, that's funny. All right. That's disgusting. Okay, I don't like that. Yeah, first off, Padre fans, you guys are like loving what you're seeing right here. That's a team. That is a team. That's a team for a while, at least. This is also a team that could be a team for a while. A lot of nice young talent on that team. Kind of like this one. Not bad. A little mix of old and new in there. And we're just looking at the tops. Wow. Okay, so this is actually a thing where I think the Yankees might be... Yeah, the Yankees are looking strong. You guys might be like, it's not that great. Okay, let me explain. Corbin Burns is already going to be a stud. We know Corbin Burns is going to be great. Andrew Abbott, be potential 81-year-old. This guy's going to be like a 90 overall, something like that soon. Brian Wu will probably be a pretty decent pitcher, like probably in the 83-ish range, probably 84 maybe. We'll see. High velocity, he's going to strike out some people. Rush Stripling's the only one that I'm kind of like, whatever, about. And then Alek Manoah, if he ends up actually turning it up, could be pretty insane. He's only 25. They got the renewable on him, so. None of this is looking too good for him. They get Bednar. Rutschman and, wow, Jose Abreu, Brandon Lowe, which that's kind of funny. Manny Machado, Jeremy Pena. They get his Waldo back. Brandon Marsh, Verdugo, Luplo. That's not a bad team. This is also a pretty damn good team. I think a lot of the teams are pretty well-rounded. I hate that he's a White Sox. That's disgusting. But I know I keep saying this, but this team might be the best team. Verlander, Rosarena, Paredes, Contreras, Rodriguez. Wait a second. Okay, I was like so wrong with what I thought was going on right there. That's cool. Scherzer in Detroit. That is neat. Another old and young squad. I love their infield. I love that infield. Oh my God. Imagine this. Altuve, Swanson, Goldschmidt, Matt Chapman as the infield. Wow, that is the most expensive infield too. 21. Oh my God. Wow, that's an expensive ass infield. And then they get Corbin Carroll on top of that. Oh my God, dude. There's no way the Royals are making any money. The rest of this team has to be bad, right? No, this team's good. I don't even know what to say about some of these. I actually believe this is one of the better drafts as a whole, where I look at the teams and I go, wow, every one of these teams could be pretty competitive. But I do think this is a good time for us to end. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate y'all watching. I will see